In this video, we will explain the functionality of data profiling service and demonstrate its use and API. Data profiling is used to extract metadata and insights from data. There are different data profiling tasks for different purposes. For example, data profiling can be used to find the data representation for data discovery, machine learning tasks, or other purposes. The data representation can be explicit representation or implicit representation. In UPCAST, our focus is to find the right mix of data representation methods to improve data discovery. Both resource providers and resource consumers can make use of profiles generated by profilers. As shown in this figure, resource provider can use the resource specification plugin to generate the resource profile as part of the defined metadata of resource task. When resource consumer uses the resource discovery plugin to find the relevant resources, the resource discovery plugin can discover or recommend resources based on profiles. The profiling service can be implemented as a standalone service or be integrated as an add-on to the resource discovery plugin. Since the data profiling service needs access to the datasets to be profiled, consent to access the data should be obtained from the data provider. Two deployment scenarios can be considered as shown in this figure. For big dataset or dataset with privacy concern, the profiler is installed locally with the data provider. For small dataset, the dataset can be sent to the independent profiler service to generate a profile. We have created an app to demonstrate the creation of a profile for a local dataset. This is the starting page of the app. The user, a resource provider, can select a profiler to be used from a list of available profilers. This list is returned using the API endpoint getProfilers. For example, the user can select YData as the profiler. YData is a data profiling package that can generate detailed reports with statistics and visualizations for a tabular dataset. Then the user can upload a local file for profiling by browsing files. Then click the Generate Profile button. This will use the API endpoint post generate profile. The generated profile will be returned. Here is an overview of the OpenAPI specification for the Profiling API. In the demo app, we have used the first two endpoints, getProfilers and generateProfile. In addition, the getProfile API endpoint will return a list of profiles associated with the dataset specified by the URL, optionally for the specified profiler. For example, we can enter the URL of the dataset. Then it returns a list of associated profiles. The putUpdateProfile endpoint will update the profile for a resource specified by the URL with a local file. For example, we provide this URL of the dataset and choose the file of the profile to update the selected profile. This will be updated accordingly. The API endpoint delete profile will delete the selected profile given by the URL.